Right? A lot of traders over the years would say to me, where do I start? How am I supposed to trade? How am I supposed to learn to become a trader? And that's effectively what this course is doing. It's a foundational course. Okay? It's going to develop those foundations. Once those foundations are in place, then we are going to develop strategies. Okay? Because you need to learn how to develop strategies for yourself. More importantly, it will then go through the 5 strategies that kind of are my bread and butter. Okay? They're the strategies that I've developed over the years. If you've taken the footprint course, if you've taken the volume profile, you will see some very close similarities between the strategies because they're all very, very similar and intertwined. So that's kind of what the prop trading code is. It is building those trading fundamentals, ensuring you understanding basic concepts. Sometimes traders don't even understand simple things like liquidity and volatility and context and how that all sort of impacts each other. It then moves on to trading principles like the foundational pyramid we've been dealing with, then gets the trading strategies and then finishes off with the optimization with tools. Okay? If you want to learn to compete as a trader, we've been talking a lot about this idea of developing edges. Right? You've got to start with the foundations. And at the end, then you can start to optimize. Then you can start to use the sexy risk management tools. Then you can start to use the data visualization tools to really kind of maximize on those profitable opportunities. Okay? And that's where the prop trading code's going. It is ultimately that full framework that a trader requires. That's kind of an overview of it. It's a big course. Now, this is not a quick thing. This is not a 10-hour course. I prescribed it to be done in 53 days. So it is a big course because, like I've said to you from the beginning, you've got to start with the foundations, build on top of that. Go away, practice, implement, practice, implement. Okay, so it's very much a foundational course that'll build on itself. If you want an overview of the index, I'll show that to you in a moment. But this is kind of what you're going to be, the objective. So when I do a webinar, when I build a course, I always start with what do I want to achieve with it. Okay, my underlying objective with this is there are too many traders starting at the wrong point in their careers. Right? You need to start building the foundations correctly to give yourself the best shot at this game. And that's objectively what we're trying to achieve here. We're trying to adopt trading as a skill pursuit that requires a consistent focus approach. Develop your personalized trading timeline. Okay? Not copy and paste what other traders do. Develop mental edge, looking at a lot of meditative practices. Okay? Introduce you to one practice like the fast forward. Creating strong foundational understanding of the financial markets. Learn about some of the mistakes that traders make and how you can avoid those cheaply. Learn the Axia methodology, which we've spoken about, and we're going to keep developing that in part 4. Developing your own playbook, incorporating proprietary tools. Really kind of just that real foundation, in terms of the pyramid of development. That's the index. If you want to take a picture of that, you can have a look at it. That is your 4 different sections. That is where the course goes. It's also very theoretical, but as well as practical. Okay, I'm a firm believer in, you don't just, knowing the theory is one thing, you've got to be able to implement it. Okay, so that's the index for you. And then ultimately, who's this for? Okay, I'm a firm believer, don't take a course because you think somehow it's going to give you the magic answer. Okay, I think hopefully that's what you take away from this today, is that you've got to figure this game out for yourself. Okay, the prop trading code is going to build those foundations for you so that you can figure it out, and it is going to help you solve those problems. But at the end of the day, this is going to come down to you and how badly you want this for yourselves. Okay, so that's, if you want a new proprietary methodology, if you want to learn about the Axia methodology and you want to understand the true implications, the different types of Axia, okay, that's what the course is for. If you like the idea of the Axia methodology and you can see the value in it, that's what it's for. If you like the idea of incorporating tools into your trading, okay, it's not for everyone. If you feel like you don't need a risk management solution, that's fine. Okay, you can go about this game without a risk approach and figure it out. That's not to say you can't do it yourself, but that's what it is. It's bringing those tools into the equation, making sure you're using tools to solve problems. If you want to learn pattern recognition, if you want to steepen your learning curve, if you want to really kind of adopt this rules-based approach to trading where you're safeguarding, if you want to be objective, if you're after consistency, that's where this course is going to go, because it's going to build those foundations. Okay, and then that's the program highlights. Again, if you want to take a picture of that, you can. That just gives you a real overview of it, but you've got the index for that. And just in terms of the actual time, like I said, big course. Okay, it's not something you can rifle through and binge watch like a Netflix series. It doesn't work that way. Part 1 is trading fundamentals. That's 5 lessons, 7 hours. We've got part 2, which is principles, and that's 3 hours. 4 hours. We then got trading strategies. Okay, we spend a lot of time developing access, developing trade characterization, using strategy cards, using trading tools to really kind of make sure we're optimizing with our trade strategies, and then obviously building trade strategies. And then we finish with problem-saving trading tools. Okay, that's where the real sort of the fun little edges come into it. Okay, a lot of tools that traders haven't really been exposed to yet. In terms of course covering, I think this is quite important for a lot of traders. We cover predominantly liquid futures markets for good reason. Many traders are now navigating towards futures, but also because the opportunity scope in these markets is the most. Okay, the reality is if you're trading the S&P 500, there's going to be a lot of tradable opportunities that you can develop for yourselves. So those are the markets that the course covers. And then the most important part, if you've ever taken a footprint course or the market profiling, I'm a firm believer in making sure that the course will add value for you. Okay, so you can go onto the website and you can actually go and take lesson 5, 11, 14, 19, 23. Right, it's 5 hours for free. It's right there for you. So I'd really encourage all of you, go and do those 5 hours. There will be value in that for you, but you can also see if that is ultimately what is going to add value for you in your career at this point.